I'm Amberly from the Center for Suicide Prevention and Research at Nationwide Children's Hospital. In this video, we'll review the suicide prevention program that the Center for Suicide Prevention and Research, or CSPR, is implementing in partnership with your child's school. We'll go over the program process, screening information, and what you can expect as a caregiver. CSPR at Nationwide Children's Hospital is a combined research institute and prevention team. The prevention team takes our pioneering youth suicide research and partners with schools in Ohio to implement the Signs of Suicide, or SOS, program developed by Mindwise Innovations. SOS is a universal program that teaches students what to do if they're concerned about themselves or a friend attempting suicide. SOS is evidence-based to increase students' knowledge of help-seeking behavior, increase staff awareness of risk factors, and significantly reduce student suicide attempts. CSPR will work with your school leaders to identify which grade will receive the SOS program. In most cases, the program will occur annually with that same grade. School staff will be trained to teach students about suicide risk factors and warning signs, as well as how to seek support for themselves or a friend. These presentations will occur during a typical class period for 2 consecutive days. SOS presentations use PowerPoints, video clips, and classroom discussion to teach students about suicide risk factors and warning signs, how to identify trusted adults, and how to share concerns about their peers. Students will then discuss positive use of social media and identify helpful coping skills that they can use after the program. Students will be screened for potential risk of depression and/or suicide. Screening forms are not diagnostic, but they can help determine which students need help. Screening does not put the idea of suicide in a person's mind and is a critical piece of early identification to help families address emerging concerns. The SOS program uses the Brief Screen for Adolescent Depression, or BSAD. Students will be seen for triage if they answer yes to 4 or more of the 7 screening questions, or if they say yes to one of the suicide-specific questions. Students can also complete an exit slip, which asks, based on the information presented today, do you want to talk to someone about yourself or a friend? Another group of school staff, usually counselors, social workers, or nurses, are trained to respond to students' results. They have learned best practices for follow-up with any students identified as at risk for depression or suicide through the screening form, an exit slip, or staff referral. If your child participates in a follow-up, you will receive a phone call. A school staff member will discuss the concerns your child has shared, and you will have the opportunity to ask questions. If your child does not indicate suicide risk, you will be provided resources for voluntary counseling. At some schools, you may be prompted to approve a direct counseling referral if you desire the services. If your child has indicated they are at risk for suicide, you may be asked for permission for your child to complete a risk assessment with a CSPR team member or trained school staff member. These assessments ask more in-depth questions about suicidal thoughts and behaviors and help create a safety plan specific to your child. You will not receive a call if your child is randomly selected for general feedback about their experiences with the program, or they come forward only to refer a friend. For more information, please check out our other caregiver learning videos. You can also visit the SOS Parent Portal or nationwidechildrens.org/suicide-prevention. Click on the Prevention tab.